Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode. I'm just starting off this because I was looking for a bunch of AFK grinds. So I thought, you know what, I'll use a bunch of the logs up in my bank, make a bunch of longbows that I could eventually string or alk, whatever I needed to do. But I sort of run out of some AFK grinds, so this was just sort of the next one I thought that was feasible until my kingdom has sort of brought me in some more maple logs, because that's sort of the next thing that I will be doing. It's going to be a lot slower than obviously these magics, but we'll do it. So the main thing of this video was me getting 99 construction, but that meant I needed so many planks. I needed about 25,000, so I had the kingdom set onto hardwoods for mahoganies, and then I did a bunch of alking, as you'll have seen in a few episodes back. Bought a bunch of astrals and natures, and just went to doing the plank make spell because I thought that would be better than running backwards and forwards between the sawmill. Now, I did all of this grind through Mahogany Homes, as it's the most efficient way to use your planks. It gives you more XP per plank than doing standard construction training, although those ways of training are technically faster in terms of XP per hour. You're obviously using a lot more planks, and I just didn't want to wait, and I thought, although this will be slightly slower in terms of time, it's just going to be a lot more efficient for me. I could get the rewards for it, and then obviously also spend those reward points getting some more construction supplies for my team members. As I said, about 25,000 mahogany planks, so my bank took about a 50 mil hit, which wasn't great when you're looking on the bank value every single day, but you know, it's not the end of the world. As I said all the time, the bank value isn't the most important thing. The only thing I had left to buy was the Hosidius blueprints for the 2,000 points, and after that I had green logged the Mahogany Homes collection log, so I'm just going to let the levels roll in. And achieving 98 there, I managed to get myself all the way up to about 40k off. So this is just the final of the Mahogany Homes that I ran, visiting good old Larry in Falador. One of my favourite ones, or three favourite ones, are the ones in Falador, because it meant I could just run back up to the bank and back straight to Amy just to get another task, rather than having to teleport around or go to the nearest estate agent. So that was the final one. Really, it took a few days to get that grind done. It wasn't too bad, about 200k XP an hour, but obviously you could get a lot higher if you were doing mahogany tables or something. As I said, got myself about 40k off because I thought, you know what, I would just trade in all of my long bones and a couple of the curve bones that I had just to finish off getting 99 construction. Obviously wanted to try and get my GIM partner there because it's a big achievement. It's going to be really helpful for us because I've finished off the house completely now. So obviously he can come and use that whenever he wants to teleport around. So we went back to Falador because obviously I've been going there so much over the past few days doing this that I decided, you know what, I'll get my construction cape and perform the emote. Obviously it's not the most fancy of emotes. I'm not a particularly big fan of it. I know that a lot of people are, but it's just not really one for me. Now that meant that I had to do the final upgrades to the house. Now the main one that I obviously wanted to do was just to remove the standard fairy ring that I had and put in a spirit tree and fairy ring with my final spirit tree sapling that I'd been saving for all this time. One thing that I didn't realise I hadn't done was build a display case. So I thought, you know, I'll just put a cape hanger there and mount the myth cape so that I can use that as a teleport, because I believe the owner of the house can use the teleport, but none of your guests can, which is a little bit annoying, but not the worst thing in the world. It's still good for me. And then the final wardrobe upgrade, so I have the ability to put as many magical items in there as I wanted. But that's sort of all the upgrades I wanted to do. I may do some of the decorative things like the benches and the topiaries and trees and whatnot. But I'm not in a rush to do any of those things because obviously they're more just cosmetic rather than, and I think obviously pet homes, and the only other thing would be the mounted Xerix talisman that I will get done eventually. Just need more teeth to do that Lizardman fangs for that. So I opened up all of the crates from like 9,000 points worth, and I got about 3.3 mils worth of supplies for construction that I'll be passing over to Gumption because he's been training his construction as well, just to make sure he has what he needs for when I'm not around. So it's a big jump for him. A lot of oak planks there for sort of the oak larder things. Now, coming to the end of the episode, unfortunately, and not so many clues in this one. Coming up in the next couple of episodes, there will be a lot more clues. I just wasn't really focused on getting those clues. So not great rewards from any of those, but on to the next lot, I suppose. But for now, that's going to be it for this episode. Until next time.